God bless you, dear students. Today we are going to discuss with a chapter story, A Shot in the Dark, by H.H. Munro. So let's know about the author also. H.H. Munro, better known by his pseudonym Saki, was a British writer. He began his career as a journalist, writing for papers like the Westminster Gazette, known for the wit and surprising twist in his stories. Saki is widely regarded as one of the greatest masters of the short story format. Some of his renowned works include The Interlopers, The Open Window, and The Toys of Peace. Okay, so let's see with a story, A Shot in the Dark, which means an act whose outcome cannot be foreseen. So here I am going to begin with the first paragraph. Philip Slatherby settled himself down in an almost empty railway carriage. He was pleasantly aware that he was going on an agreeable and profitable mission. He was bound for Brill Manor, the country residence of his newly achieved acquaintance, Mrs. Salpenjago. Honoria Salpenjago was a person of some social importance in London, of considerable influence in the country of Yorkshire. Slatherby was aspiring to seek election to the Parliament from Yorkshire and had been delighted at meeting Honoria at a small and friendly luncheon party. Okay, so acquaintance means here a person who is only slightly known to one, and aspiring means hoping to achieve something. So he was still more pleased when she had asked him down to her country house for the following Friday to Tuesday. He was obviously on approval, and if he could secure her goodwill, his nomination would be certain. On approval means something that is being tested before it is bought, and secure means get something by making a special effort, and goodwill means friendship and trust. So let's see about this paragraph. Philip Slatherby travelled by train towards Brill Manor, and his intention of travelling was to get a seat in the Parliament re-election, and so he relied on one lady named Salpenjago, and she was an influential lady. So Philip was very excited as he had been suggested for the re-elections in Yorkshire to qualify nomination. Now the next paragraph, second one. Slatherby turned his attention to the magazine lying on his lap. He had scarcely glanced at a couple of pages, however, when he heard a smothered curse from the only other passenger in the carriage. His travelling companion was a young man of about 22, with dark hair, fresh complexion, and the blend of smartness and desire that marks the costume of a nut who is off on a rustic holiday. He was engaged in searching furiously and for some missing or non-existent object. From time to time he dug a sixpenny bit out of a waistcoat pocket and started at it ruefully. Then resumed the searching operations. A cigarette case, matchbox, latchkey, silver pencil case and railway ticket were turned out onto the seat beside him, but none of these articles seemed to satisfy him. He cursed again rather louder than before. So here in this paragraph, desire means disorder, and nut means a slightly strange and often amusing person, and rustic here means connected to links with a village or we can say countryside. So the next word, ruefully, it means in a sorrowful manner. So here in this paragraph, Slatherby's attention was turned to the magazine when he heard a type of suffocated word as to express anger. from the other passenger in the carriage, and that was his only companion, who was a young man about 22 with dark hair, fresh complexion, and the blend of smartness, and he was on a countryside holiday, and who was engaged in searching something frantically as for some missing object, but he could not find out any. So he cursed and muttered himself, and now he was more louder than before. Okay, now the next third paragraph. "I say," exclaimed a young voice presently, "didn't I hear you say you were going down to stay with Mrs. Salpenjago at Brill Manor? What a coincidence! I am coming there on Monday evening, so we shall meet. I haven't seen my mother for 6 months at least. I am Bertie, the second son. You know, I say I am awfully lucky to run into someone who knows my mother just at this particular moment. I have done a very awkward thing. You have lost something, haven't you?" said Slither-by. So his companion and on the train introduced himself as Bertie, the second son of Mrs. Salpenjago, and to whom Slither-by was going down to stay with at Brill Manor was his mother, and he is coming there on Monday evening, and also said that he hasn't seen his mother for 6 months at least. Then Slither-by asked him whether he lost something. Okay, now the next paragraph. "Now exactly, but left behind something which is almost as bad anyway. I have come away without my sovereign purse with £4 in it, all my worldly wealth for the moment. Sovereign means a gold coin which was used formerly as currency in Britain, roughly equivalent to a pound sterling. Now, it was in my pocket all right just before I was starting, and then I wanted to seal a letter, and the sovereign purse happens to have my crest on it, so I whipped it out to stamp the seal with it, and like a complete idiot I must have left it on the table. I had some silver loose in my pocket, but after I would paid for a taxi and my ticket, I would only got this single little 6 pence left. I am stopping at a little country inn near Bronte for 3 days fishing. Not a soul knows me there, and my weekend bill and tips and cab to and from the station and my ticket onto Brill, that will mount up to £2 or £3, won't it? If you wouldn't mind lending me £2.10 or 3 for preference, I shall be awfully grateful." So here then Bertie agreed and said that he had come without his sovereign purse with £4 in it, and all his worldly wealth for the moment, and it was in his pocket before he started, and he had left his purse behind after sealing an envelope with the crest on the purse. And so Bertie needed £3 desperately and asked Slither-by to lend it to him, so he would be very grateful to him. Okay, now the further paragraph. "I think I can manage that," said Slither-by after a moment's hesitation. "Thanks awfully. It is jolly good of you. It will be a lesson to me not to leave my wealth lying about anywhere when it ought to be in my pocket. Still, when a sovereign purse has your crest on it." Crest means an emblem or sign used to represent a family, group or organization. Now, what is your crest, by the way? Slither asked carelessly. A demi-lion holding a crosslet in its paw. When your mother wrote to me, giving me a list of trains, she had a greyhound crest on her notepaper, observed Slitherby. There was a hint of coldness in his voice. So here Slitherby was very grave at the request of landing 3 pounds. Then Bertie thanked awfully and said that it would be a lesson to him that not to leave his wealth lying anywhere, and when it ought to be in his pocket, and when a sovereign purse had a crest on it. Then Slitherby asked about the crest, and then Bertie told a greyhound current and a demi-lion holding in its paw a crosslet caught Slitherby's attention. And then Bertie told of his mother, and his voice became cold. Okay, now let's see the further paragraph. That is the jago crest, responded the youth promptly. The demi-lion is the Salpin crest. We have the right to use both, but I always use the demi-lion because after all we are really Salpins. There was silence for a moment or two, and the young man began to collect his belongings from the wreck. My station is the next one, he announced. So here then he told the 2 crests are Jago and Salpin, and the greyhound current is the Jago crest and the demi-lion is the Salpin crest, and they have the right to use both the crests, but Bertie prefers the usage of demi-lion, and as they are really Salpins. And after that there was a silence for a moment, and he began to collect his belongings from the wreck, and he said that the next one would be his station. Okay, so children, for today this much is enough, and as your homework, learn the word meanings and memorize the story part how much you got. Okay, and now in the next video we will meet with the second part of the remaining story along with the question answers. So till then, take care and all the best.